Are you prepared to elevate your consciousness and feel the joyous vibrations of the new earth? In this video, we'll cover the 10 vital things you need to release to fully realize your potential and sync with the higher frequencies of this new era. Letting go of outdated patterns, beliefs, and attachments is key to your spiritual growth. By shedding what no longer benefits you, you make room for new growth, transformation, and a deeper bond with the divine. Prepare to explore these 10 significant changes that will free you from the old paradigm and launch you into the realm of new earth. Remember, the journey might be tough, but the rewards are incredibly rewarding. Before we start, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support enables us to share these vital insights and inspire others on their enlightenment journey. Now let's start this transformative adventure together. Number 1. Detachment from material possessions. In the new earth, a key transformation is letting go of our attachment and overconsumption of material goods. The old consumer mindset and accumulation of physical items are replaced by a life enriched with simplicity, meaning, and spiritual connection. This release allows us to move more lightly and freely, escaping the materialistic traps that can bind our souls. Often, our attachment to possessions stems from a sense of lack or emptiness that we attempt to fill with external objects. However, the new earth encourages us to find fulfillment from within rather than from what we own. By detaching from unnecessary material goods, you create space for what truly enriches your life: presence, stillness, and an appreciation for the beauty around you. This isn't about deprivation, but about consciously choosing your possessions. Embrace a less is more attitude, retaining only what you use and what genuinely enhances your life. For instance, opt for a capsule wardrobe with high-quality, timeless pieces that bring joy, rather than cluttering your closet with seldom-worn items. Similarly, be selective with home goods, electronics, and gadgets, only keeping those that contribute positively to your sacred space. A useful practice is to review your belongings systematically, asking whether each item uplifts your spirit or merely collects dust. If it no longer serves you, part with it graciously, choosing to donate or recycle responsibly. This clearing out of old energies lightens both your physical and energetic load. Adopt the philosophy of using rather than hoarding. On the new earth, your spending shifts from impulsive shopping and chasing the latest trends to investing in experiences and growth, travel that broadens your views, courses that raise your consciousness, and workshops that refine your talents, or supporting causes that resonate with your values. When an item no longer brings joy, as Marie Kondo suggests, thank it for its service and let it go, making room for new opportunities. Living simply, being selective in your purchases, and focusing on what truly matters helps you break free from the clutches of materialism. This opens up the true wealth of the new earth, a rich inner life, spiritual nourishment, and the recognition of our interconnectedness as children of the cosmos. Let go, lighten your load, and discover a path filled with beauty, grace, and awakening. Number 2. Judgment of others. Embracing the vibration and consciousness of the new earth requires a significant shift, letting go of harsh judgments against others. The new earth embodies compassion, acceptance, and understanding for all. Regardless of differences in beliefs, appearances, or lifestyles, it's essential to release the impulse to dismiss or condemn others because their realities don't match ours. Society and the human ego often prompt us to swiftly categorize and judge based on superficial aspects such as race, religion, gender expression, socioeconomic status, or personal choices. However, the new earth urges us to move beyond these limited labels and simplistic views. We are encouraged to open our hearts and minds, acknowledging the divine light and sacred journey in every soul we meet. Even when we don't resonate with someone's way of being, we can choose compassion, recognizing the total sum of experiences that shape their perspectives and truths. This shift doesn't mean we must agree with everyone or adopt beliefs that feel wrong for us, but it does call for engaging in open, respectful dialogue to understand others' viewpoints. We can ask questions, listen deeply without judgment, and remain open to having our perspectives broadened through these interactions. By releasing judgment, we free ourselves from the self-imposed confines of prejudice, fear, and exclusion. We begin to appreciate the rich diversity of human experiences, recognizing that each person's journey carries profound wisdom if we are open to receiving it with humility. On the new earth, we acknowledge the spiritual truth that we are all fundamentally equal and interconnected as souls evolving together. Our differences are merely beautiful expressions of the divine's infinite creativity manifesting in myriad ways. When we let go of judgment, we can celebrate and honor the unique contributions each soul makes to life's symphony. This path involves a constant recommitment to opening our hearts, checking our biases, and choosing courage over fear in our interactions. It's a deepening practice of empathy, kindness, and creating space for every person's individual truth. As we peel back layers of judgment, we unlock profound healing by truly seeing and embracing each other as sacred reflections of the divine. Number 3, need for control. On the journey to the new earth, one of the most freeing actions you can take is to release the persistent need to control every aspect and dictate outcomes. Much of our suffering arises from desperately clinging and striving to steer every outcome based on our ego's limited desires and fears. However, the new earth invites you into a state of deep surrender and trust in the present moment. When you insist on controlling outcomes, you block the natural flow of life, staying in a state of constant anxiety as you fight against reality to enforce your will. This approach shuts you off from the wisdom and magic that can arise when you let things unfold naturally. Trying to control every situation aligns you with struggle, whereas surrendering opens up greater possibilities. For instance, instead of forcing a relationship, work scenario, or life event to follow your specific plan, you learn to welcome the unpredictable nature of life with curiosity and trust. Loosen your grip, let go of your preconceived notions, and stay open to the opportunities and lessons that come your way. This approach allows for beautiful synchronicities and growth that you could never have orchestrated with your limited view. On the new earth, you choose to relinquish your fixed ideas of how things should be and develop a trusting relationship with the intelligence of the present moment. True flow occurs not when you're forcing outcomes, but when you're responsive to the cues of your deepest wisdom. Your intuition thrives when it's not suppressed by a controlling mindset. This isn't about being passive, but about aligning consciously and being guided by the universe in co-creating your reality. You focus on tuning your energy, intentions, and consciousness, then take inspired actions from there, but hold your plans lightly, aware of whether you are forcing events rather than flowing with the greater forces at work. A helpful practice is to consciously surrender your need to control each morning. Take a few deep breaths and affirm, "I am not in charge today. I open myself to guidance from the unfolding present moment for my highest growth and alignment." Stay alert to the synchronistic signs that guide your path throughout the day. On the new earth, uncertainty about the future is not a challenge, but a sacred gateway to infinite possibilities. Let go of the need to control, trust in the unfolding wisdom of your life, and prepare to be continuously amazed by the magical landscapes that appear. Number 4, negative self-talk. One of the major energetic obstacles preventing your ascent to the new earth is negative self-talk. The new earth thrives on unconditional self-acceptance, self-compassion, and recognition of your divine worth. Harsh, critical inner voices that question your worth or abilities have no place there. To transition, you must become keenly aware of these negative self-talk patterns and consciously replace them with positive affirmations. Negative self-talk is sinister. It's that demeaning inner critic that undermines you, saying things like, "You're not good enough," "You'll never succeed," or "You're unlovable." This internalized voice of shame, doubt, and unworthiness keeps you trapped in low vibrational states of lack, fear, and disempowerment, obscuring your true divine magnificence. In the new earth, such limiting and constrictive thoughts are incompatible with the consciousness of unity, love, and intrinsic worth that celebrates every individual's sacred uniqueness. To root yourself in the frequencies of the new earth, undertake the diligent work of identifying and relinquishing all negative mental narratives about yourself. Approach those harsh inner voices with compassionate understanding rather than self-criticism. When you catch yourself thinking something belittling like, "I'm so stupid," or "I'm bound to fail," intentionally pause and transform it into an affirmation of your divine nature. "I am wise and capable, growing with each experience," Vitas, or "I am taking a courageous step and all lessons serve my evolution." At first, retraining your inner voice might feel forced or unnatural. That's okay. It's similar to strengthening a muscle. The more you practice redirecting negative thoughts into positive ones, the more natural and empowering it becomes. Your reality will start to shift significantly. On the new earth, negative self-talk is simply not tolerated because it contradicts the truth of the unified consciousness, where your essence is seen as whole, worthy, and infinitely creative. Embracing this truth liberates a tremendous amount of energy that was once consumed by self-diminishment. If you find yourself criticizing your mistakes or insecurities, meet that fear and pain with the same gentleness and reassurance you would offer a distressed child. You are doing the best you can, learning and growing from this experience. You are deeply loved, always. Elevating your vibration involves seeing yourself through the eyes of the divine, shedding self-punishing narratives, and recognizing your role as a cherished manifestation of the universal life force. You are important, inherently lovable, and play a unique part in the cosmic journey. The New Earth champions a philosophy of high self-acceptance, empowerment, and responsibility, leaving no room for self-diminishment. Choose to actively replace any harsh, belittling self-talk with affirmations that honor the true essence of who you are, wise, worthy, and destined to flourish into your most radiant self. This is how you make the vibrational shift to align with the new earth. Number 5. Energetic chords to the past. A crucial aspect of your journey to the new earth involves releasing energetic attachments and unresolved emotions that tether you to past relationships, traumas, or life phases. These energetic chords act like heavy anchors, preventing you from fully stepping into your true sovereign power in the present. The new earth calls you to radically embrace self-responsibility and reclaim your power to shape your current experiences. Perhaps you find yourself unconsciously replaying hurtful dynamics or narratives from childhood or past partnerships. Holding on to feelings like resentment, anger, sadness, or limiting beliefs about yourself instilled during those times perpetuates suffering, causing you to relive these emotions and stories repeatedly instead of starting fresh. Energetic chords might manifest as obsessive thoughts about an ex-partner or a family member who wronged you, with memories of mistreatment replaying in a constant loop, draining your vitality and keeping you in a disempowered victim state. On the new earth, you make the courageous decision to completely forgive and release any person, situation, or experience that harmed you, not for their benefit, but for your own freedom. Clinging to these dense chords forces you to relive past wounds repeatedly in a self-perpetuating cycle. Through deliberate self-work, such as meditation, journaling, or ceremonial practices, you take radical responsibility to transform those heavy emotions and energies. Visualize cutting cords of light, severing toxic attachments, or filter unresolved traumas through your heart center to cleanse them fully. An essential mantra to adopt is, "I release all that no longer serves my highest path with love and gratitude for the lessons." Choose to forgive those who caused harm, not because their actions were acceptable, but because you prioritize your vibrant freedom over holding on to resentments. Engaging in this profound release work allows the full blossoming of your personal sovereignty. You reclaim your energy from dwelling on the past or obsessing over what could have been different. Instead, you live in the power of the sacred now, focusing your life force on what you're currently manifesting and inviting into your life. Periodically scan your energy field and intentionally cut any newly formed energetic ties to past pains, grievances, false beliefs, or toxic relationship patterns. Make empowered decisions about where your life force is invested, rather than unconsciously spending it on reliving dense past experiences. On the new earth, You step into your true role as a conscious creator, no longer bound by past events. With every breath, your infinite potential unfolds. The past has served its purpose in shaping you into the radiant being you are today, but its role is now complete. Let it all go, beloved one, and embrace the fullness of this new rebirth. Number 6, needing to be right. On the journey to the new earth, one critical behavior to release is the ego's constant need to be right and make others wrong. This inflexible mindset fosters separation, conflict, and blocks you from the open-minded curiosity and unity consciousness that define the new earth. Clinging to being right closes you off from the vast array of perspectives and wisdom others can offer, trapping you in your own narrative bubble and limiting your growth and awareness. This also hampers your ability to engage in genuine dialogues that enrich both parties through open sharing. The compulsion to be right often arises from deep-seated insecurities or fears of being wrong or seen as inadequate. On the new earth, however, you recognize that all views hold elements of truth. Rather than clinging to an outdated notion that there is only one correct perspective, you don't need to defensively assert your view as the sole valid one. For example, instead of stubbornly trying to sway others to your side in heated debates, you enter discussions with an open heart and respect, eager to understand different viewpoints with true curiosity. You tune in to your ego's automatic reactions to assert dominance and choose instead to respond with humility, asking, "Help me understand why you see it this way," instead of insisting, "You're wrong and here's why." On the new earth, you accept that every individual is both a perpetual student and teacher. When opinions differ, you respect both by discussing the perspectives you each hold. You acknowledge that their truth, like yours, is valid within their experiences. This approach promotes compassionate exchanges over confrontational arguments. To let go of the need to be right, notice when your ego tries to assert itself when challenged or corrected. Meet this urge with compassion, recognizing that it's a pattern of needing to seem superior or flawless. In such moments, connect with your deeper self by taking calming breaths and asking, "How can I be curious and learn from this perspective?" Surrendering the need to be right paves the way for collaborative growth, creative solutions, conflict resolution, and the evolution of humanity. On the new earth, you celebrate each person's unique contributions as essential parts of the vast cosmic tapestry of our collective awakening. There's no need to be right when all paths ultimately lead back to the same source of unconditional love. Number 7, comparison to others. On the path to the new earth, one vital habit to release is the constant comparison to others. Engaging in competition, envy, and judgment based on comparisons creates significant separation and prevents you from seeing the unique brilliance within each soul. The new earth celebrates every individual's sacred uniqueness. When you compare yourself, you end up categorizing your life in terms of better or worse, superior or inferior, which fosters a consciousness of lack and scarcity. This mindset pulls you away from recognizing your inherent worth and self-acceptance, making you overly focused on how you stack up against others in relationships, careers, appearances, and achievements. The ego's relentless quest for validation keeps you from fully embracing your own value. However, on the new earth, you understand that each soul's journey is unique, with its own timing and expression. Comparing your path to someone else's is ultimately pointless. You are beyond comparison. Learning to release envy, competition, and the urge to adjust your journey based on someone else's achievements is crucial. Their light does not diminish yours. Rather, your lights can amplify each other. For example, instead of feeling inferior by comparing your career to a friend's success, you celebrate their achievements, recognizing that their brilliance reflects your potential back to you. Their victories become sources of inspiration, not triggers for inadequacy or resentment. On the new earth, you shift your mindset from the useless loops of "I'll be happy when" or "if only I had what they have." Instead, you make a radical choice to appreciate and find deep reverence for your own life circumstances, seeing the wisdom and specialness in your own path. From this grounded perspective, the journeys of others become a kaleidoscope of experiences to appreciate rather than a distorted yardstick for measuring your worth. A helpful practice is to catch yourself when comparison or competitive urges surface and consciously redirect your focus back to your own unique journey. The power flowing through your own life and the uniqueness of your soul. See the paths of others not as competition, but as beautiful expressions of the universe's infinite creativity unfolding through diverse lives. On the new earth, you stand firm in self-acceptance, and everyone around you does the same. There is no need to diminish yourself or fit into insecure comparisons. Embrace and celebrate what makes you unique while honoring the distinct brilliance in each person as a messenger of the divine. Your path and the paths of others harmonize naturally, each distinct, yet together forming a unified symphony of love, meeting itself in marvelous reciprocity. Number 8. Blaming others. To ascend and thrive on the new earth, one critical behavior you must abandon is the tendency to blame others for your circumstances, perspectives, and emotional states. Blaming is a defensive mechanism that strips away your power and traps you in a victim mentality. On the new earth, victimhood has no place. You must take full ownership of your role. Blaming others is an easy trap to fall into when things go wrong or when we experience negative emotions like anger, sadness, or frustration. It's tempting to point fingers and say things like, "It's her fault I'm upset. He made me feel this way," or "If only my circumstances were different, I wouldn't be struggling." This mindset shifts responsibility away from yourself and onto external factors. However, the reality is that no one can make you feel a certain way without your consent. Your emotions and perspectives are shaped internally by your beliefs, conditioning, and life experiences. Though external events may trigger them, you always have a choice in how you perceive and react to any situation. Continuing to blame others diminishes your personal power and binds you to the very situations and emotions you wish to escape. Imagine blame as being trapped in a jail cell with the key to freedom lying at your feet, yet you refuse to pick it up. Blame keeps you in a disempowered state. To live on the new earth, you must pick up that key of radical self-responsibility, embracing the stance that you alone are responsible for your reality, including your thoughts, emotions, and life circumstances. This is not a burden, but true empowerment. It means that your healing, growth, and ascension are entirely in your hands. Rather than casting blame, ask yourself, what belief, wound, or conditioning within me is being triggered right now? Get radically honest and explore your inner landscape with curiosity and compassion. This approach helps you identify and address the real roots of your reactions. When you shift to 100% responsibility, you'll find that external circumstances can no longer disrupt your balance or control your emotional state. You stop repeating cycles of pain, fear, and lack, and you become free to respond to life's challenges with wisdom, acceptance, and creativity. The path of true mastery on the new earth excludes blaming others, complaining about circumstances, or making excuses. It requires showing up fully empowered as a conscious creator. This path involves investigating your internal triggers and emotional responses with honesty and care, rather than avoiding them. To anchor in true self-responsibility, acknowledge, these are my perspectives, wounds, and emotional responses, and I have the power to evolve them. This journey isn't always easy, but it is incredibly rewarding and liberating. Letting go of the tendency to blame opens up vast new landscapes of freedom, self-love, and creative potential. Reshape your reality by reshaping yourself. Turn inward with radical compassion and responsibility. That's how you participate in co-creating the new earth from the inside out. Number 9. Energetic chords to negativity. To truly align with the new earth's frequencies, we must cut the energetic cords that tie us to negativity's lower, denser vibrations. These cords act as anchors, holding us back from ascending to higher states of consciousness. We often create and reinforce these negative energetic cords through habitual complaining, gossiping, and consuming media filled with violence, anger, and fear. Indulging in these behaviors tunes us into those dense vibrations, strengthening the cords and embedding us deeper into lower emotional states. To rise above, we must consciously choose to disconnect from these negative frequencies by breaking the habits that sustain them. Complaining and gossiping act as spiritual and energetic toxins, fostering negativity, resentment, judgment, and separation. Consuming violent media overstimulates our nervous systems with jarring, chaotic frequencies, desensitizing us to aggression and normalizing a fear-based view of the world. The pivot away from these behaviors is crucial. We need to become acutely aware of our thoughts, words, and media choices, catching ourselves whenever we drift into negativity. In those moments, we can consciously choose not to engage or energize those negative patterns. Instead, we redirect our focus towards uplifting thoughts, words, music, shows, or literature that enhance our energy and elevate our vibration. This practice isn't about ignoring or suppressing negative emotions, which are valid, but about redirecting our focus so we don't get consumed by lower frequencies. We allow emotions to pass through us without becoming attached or amplifying them through repetitive thoughts, and by steering clear of media that perpetuates dense energies. As we consistently shift away from negative habits towards higher vibrations, the old, dense, energetic chords begin to atrophy due to lack of energy, while new chords form, linking us to frequencies aligned with love, peace, creativity, wisdom, and unity consciousness. Our beings tune to the elevated vibrations and harmonics of the new earth as negativity's hold loosens. On this path, we elevate our consciousness through intentionally empowering thoughts, words, and influences that nourish and elevate, contrasting with depleting habits that feed the ego. We open ourselves to insight, inspiration, and the embodied experience of our highest truths. Consistently holding this new frequency lays the foundation for us to anchor ourselves as multi-dimensional beings in the new earth reality. Number 10, need for perfection. To fully embrace the essence of the new earth, we must relinquish the relentless need for perfection and the harsh demands we place on ourselves and others to be flawless. Perfection is an illusion that only breeds suffering, a product of the egoic mind's desire for control. Letting go of this need opens us to the profound beauty and wisdom inherent in life's natural unfolding. On the new earth, we recognize that we are all perfectly imperfect, constantly evolving and growing, much like nature itself, permanent yet ever-changing. There is wisdom in the ebb and flow, in the breakdowns that pave the way for breakthroughs. When we cling to ideals of perfection, we resist life's organic processes, becoming rigid, unforgiving taskmasters to ourselves, fixated on minor details rather than the larger picture. To align with higher vibrations, we must surrender our rigid expectations of how things should be and flow with what is, accepting that each moment offers lessons and opportunities for expansion. Tiny missteps or perceived flaws should not be sources of endless agony, but portals to self-compassion, humble growth, and a deeper understanding of ourselves and others. For example, a small mistake at work should be simply acknowledged and corrected, perhaps with an apology if needed, and then let go, allowing us to continue doing our best without carrying heavy emotional baggage. In relationships, instead of fixating on small perceived imperfections in our partners, we can embrace their quirks and journey with unconditional love, appreciating the beauty in their vulnerabilities, which make them beautifully human and real. On this path, we embrace our own glorious imperfections, flaws, shadows, and all. We shed the masks of trying to appear perpetually perfect and wholeheartedly own every aspect of who we are. This openness to vulnerability and authenticity fosters deeper connections with others and ourselves. Perfection's grip loosens as we discover that the most profound beauty, growth, and evolution often arise from what we've been conditioned to view as imperfect or broken. We begin to celebrate life's messy, beautiful unfolding instead of holding it to unattainable, sterile standards. We relish the journey of simply being and becoming, without attachment to outcomes. A perfect bud is praised not despite its imperfections of being unopened, but because they herald the breathtaking bloom to come. In this way, we make perfection obsolete, embracing the continual bloom of our existence through all its stages. On the new earth, we let go of the shackles of perfection, incorporating self-compassion, acceptance, and a constant beginner's mind into our daily lives. In this vibration, we spiral in an infinite upward cycle, not because we finally achieve perfection, but because we transcend the need for it altogether. Remember, the journey of shedding old patterns, beliefs, and attachments is challenging but necessary for your spiritual evolution. By embracing these profound shifts, you liberate yourself from the confines of the old paradigm and unlock your full potential to experience the blissful vibrations of this new reality. Trust the process, have faith in your inner strength, and know you are supported every step of the way as you integrate these teachings into your life. You'll find yourself aligning more deeply with the divine essence of the new earth, radiating love, light, and harmony to all those around you. Remember, your journey doesn't end here. Spiritual growth is an ongoing process, and there's always more to explore and discover. Stay curious, stay open, and continue to walk your path with courage and authenticity. Before you go, we'd like to ask for your support. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Your engagement helps us continue spreading these important messages and inspiring others on their path to enlightenment. Together, we can co-create a world of unity, peace, and unconditional love, the true essence of the new earth. Thank you for joining us on this transformative journey. Until next time, stay blessed and keep shining your light. Keep shining your light. Keep shining your light.